3.
Hacking up a lung. I love myself.
This is YouTube. You can say kill yourself.
I'm gonna kill myself.
They're
just
closed.
We're just like staring at, maybe it's an owner.
It's definitely an
You
owner.
dipshit.
Well, it looked like he was just pulling on it.
Why
Anyways,
would
3,
you random
2, 1. What up, everybody? It's your boy Snow.
I'm gonna kill you.
I hope y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Me too.
Sorry for the delay, y'all. Thanksgiving was last week, as y'all know. And we couldn't record on that day, obviously. And then we tried to record a podcast on our day off the other day. Said day a whole lot right there, dayception. We found this dope ass spot that has this really cool fucking tree. And every time you like talk or sing, cough, anything, it lights up. We're gonna show you a clip of that right now. I'm leaving that beginning in. You're gonna see us saying 3, 2, 1. So some of the magic will be killed. Alright. That tree's dope as fuck, right?
It's so dope.
So the reason we couldn't record there for this podcast is during the night and day, they have these fucking speakers that are playing super loud music.
Yeah, like it's like they turn it up at night because like it can't be that loud during the day. Like out in the wild,
Yeah.
it can't be that loud for it to sound so drastically different at night.
Yeah. And it's like three different spots are playing 3 different songs at the same time.
Blasting.
So we tried to do like a test shot. That footage you actually see right there is us testing out the fucking, footage to see if it was gonna be usable. And then I tried to go into my editing software and kill that background noise of the music, but I couldn't do it. And since music detecting software is an algorithm, it's not a person, I can't trick it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get a strike on our channel for recording there. So we're gonna see what we can do about trying to record there, because that tree is fucking dope. We did a live stream there on TikTok and everybody loved the tree.
Because the tree's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm gonna remind you guys, if you don't follow us on TikTok, check it out, because we do some pretty cool stuff 4 nights a week. But yeah, anyways. A lot of crazy stuff's been happening. Apparently Young Dolph cheated on the fucking Keebler elves and they weren't joking. Because that motherfucker was going to buy some cookies and got shot 50 times.
50 times.
Bro.
Like, dog had to reload.
If you get shot 50 times while going to buy some cookies, you immediately went to either hell or purgatory. There's no way you're meeting God and he's like, I know I kind of did you dirty there, bro, but welcome. You know what I mean?
Welcome.
Like, he's standing before God and God was like, dog, you got caught lacking at a cookie joint. I'll catch you on the next one.
You really don't think God's not like, hey man, I'm sorry. You got done dirty. Come on in.
Nah, man, because I feel like God puts tests in front of us, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, bro, you failed that one. And we're making light of a sad situation. R.I.P. Young Dolph. I didn't like his fucking music, but it's still sad that somebody got shot 50 fucking times while trying to buy some cookies. You know what I mean? So, in all sincerity, rest in peace. But, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
And it turns out Kyle Rittenhouse was found innocent.
Which is wild.
Yeah. So everybody's made this such like a political thing where it's like right versus left versus racist versus conservative. Like everybody's just against everybody on this case. But just objectively speaking, if we're just looking at what happened, I don't personally think he should have been found innocent. Now, I don't give a fuck about the victims. In my book, only 1 victim died and 1 victim got shot. You know what I mean? The dude that was a pedophile can rot and piss. Fuck him. I don't give a I don't give a Frenchman's fuck about that guy.
Fuck that guy.
But another thing that we got to remember is at the time of the shooting, we don't know that these people are these people. You know what I mean? All we know is that there's a shooting that happened. And I heard somebody the other day say it, and they said it best, but the people that are happy that Kyle Rittenhouse was innocent need to also have that same energy in a parallel universe where Kyle Rittenhouse got murdered by somebody there while he was shooting at people, and that person got off free.
Like, say Kyle Rittenhouse was the victim that got shot and was killed.
Yeah.
In a parallel world.
Or if he pulled out his gun to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Like, if the same scenario happened, but instead of him living and then getting off free, he pulled out his gun, shot the first dude, then went to go shoot a second dude, and he got killed, you need to also be happy that the dude who killed him went off free.
Mm-hmm.
Because an important thing to remember in all this is, I don't agree with protesters like that who are just going and tearing up property and shit, right? But I don't think that everybody who was there saw everything that happened as it was happening. Because situations are dynamic. We've all been somewhere where a fight may have broken out and you didn't see all the argument leading up to it. You didn't see the first punch being thrown or the first push, right? So if he shot the first person, there could have been somebody that was, 50 feet away who didn't see everything leading up to it. All they see is somebody shoot somebody and take off running.
They just see what's unfolding right then and there.
Yeah, they could have thought it was an active shooter situation. They don't know what side he's on, you know what I mean? So, no, I don't agree that people should have been chasing him and hitting him with skateboards and any of this other shit, but I definitely don't agree that it was self-defense.
Because we also have to remember, along with that, Kyle Rittenhouse didn't live there. That was not where he was from. He went out of his way to go where he was. And then he was with a group, and he broke off from the group and went out of his way to then go where the actual incident happened. So at multiple turns, he made the decision to go out of his way and put himself in these situations.
Yeah, as we found out, because a lot of people were saying that he was hired to go protect like that parking lot with the cars and all that. During the trial, we found out that the dude who owned that property did not ask him to go and patrol that. So Kyle Rittenhouse, out of the goodness of his heart, either the goodness of his heart or with malicious intent, I wasn't there, I don't know him, and I can't read his mind. But however, objectively speaking, that it breaks down, he was somewhere that he didn't really have any business being. Now, everybody has the right to protest, but a 17-year-old out late at night while people are tearing shit up and you leave with a gun, you brought the gun knowing that something could have gone wrong. So, knowing that shit can go wrong, and you're going there with like, okay, well, I'm gonna bring this just in case if shit gets hairy, and then I'm prepared to use it. To me, that demonstrates some level of intent. Now, I don't think that he was guilty of murdering everybody. I said a second ago that I don't think it was self-defense. Now, I don't think for the first shot, for the pedophile that he killed, I don't think that one he can claim self-defense, because Buddy threw a bag of laundry at him and chased him. Now, Kyle had said that he was worried that Buddy was going to take his gun from him and shoot him with it, which is like the typical cop argument. They're like, well, I didn't want them to take my gun and kill me. But let's loop back to, you were somewhere you really had no business being, right? But then the other people, the ones that kicked him while he was down and hit him with a skateboard, that's self-defense.
That is self-defense.
If somebody's trying to hit you with a fucking skateboard in the head while you're on the ground, that could incapacitate you and they could kill you. Hands down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like...
So it's a very dynamic situation that happened.
It is. It's a lot of little details that without one detail, it completely changes everything.
Yeah. So I think that there are juries or judges who get it wrong because they're human at the end of the day. Just like there are innocent people who are in prison who shouldn't be locked up. There are, guilty people who didn't get locked up. So I don't think that, he should have gone down, 3 counts of first-degree murder, get the lethal injection or the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But he got a slap on the wrist and now he's doing fucking morning talk show interviews and shit. You know what I mean?
Like,
and
that's not enough.
Yeah. And a lot of the wrong groups are really like championing him. You know what I mean?
Like putting him up on a pedestal.
Yeah. I think that it's wildly inappropriate for people to make this a white supremacy issue.
Absolutely.
I think that people are wildly inappropriate to make it a Black Lives Matter issue. I think that all in all, people are trying to use this situation for their own political gain and their own narratives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're trying to spin it to how it best fits what they want.
Exactly.
How it fits their agenda.
And the only reason I'm even really speaking on it is because whenever you're taking any kind of LTC or CHL, concealed handgun license or licensed carry licensing or any of that shit, there's a lot that you have to go through, and a lot, like more than half of the course is you talking about with the instructors and shit when you can and can't shoot. They can't tell you for certain, but they tell you you have to be in an absolute life or death situation. Meaning shit like, I'm at a gas station and somebody comes up trying to kidnap me or my kids, or they pull out a gun and start, like, yes, defend yourself.
Yeah.
But they specifically said, and I got this shit done 2 years ago, so it was way before the Rittenhouse situation, and one of the specific things they said is you can't go put yourself into like a shitty situation and then claim self-defense. You know what I mean?
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
That's not self-defense. You're knowingly putting yourself in that situation.
Yeah. Like, let's say I go to a fucking blood territory and I'm like, what up, cuz? And like, or I go to a Crip territory and I'm like, you crab ass motherfucker. Like, and then they start shooting at me. Do I get to claim self-defense? Like, no. You don't get to just go put yourself into shitty situations and then say, well, I was just defending myself.
Like, after the fact, because some shit went down.
Yeah. I mean, as it turns out, I guess you can. But, and I'm very, very pro Second Amendment. So that's another part of this that's, you know, a lot of people are like, well, if you're against this, then you're against the Second Amendment. No. I'm just against dumb people making dumb decisions and then hiding behind shit like that to get away with it. I'm not a gun grabber. I'm not like, hey, everybody take all the guns and make sure that only specific people have specific guns. No, fuck that. I think as long as you're not a felon, carry a fucking gun. You know what I mean? But that also doesn't mean just go around shooting.
There's a difference between being able to carry a gun and being able to carry a gun and putting yourself in potentially harmful situations.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let us know your guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah.
Because it's a very complex situation that a lot of people are very angry about. And I'm genuinely curious to see what you guys think. If you guys think we're wrong, if you think we're right, I'm open to either side of the coin, you know?
These are the types of discussions that we really like having.
Yeah, for sure. It's one we've been having for a while now in the shop. Yeah. So, in lighter news, fucking Dexter.
Oh my god. Fucking Dexter, man. I had so, like, my hopes were so high in the beginning, and then with every episode, they slowly started to dwindle.
Yeah.
But then this last one was just like a smack in the face.
Yeah. It's annoying, because Dexter has always been a show that I really loved. I loved the first 8 seasons up until the last 30 minutes of the series, because the show was great until, also, we have to say spoiler alert, if you guys didn't pick that up. We will be spoiling the end of the 8th season of Dexter and what's happened up until this point in the show.
So the first 3 episodes of season 9.
3 to 4.
Is it 4?
There's no telling when this is gonna go up. I have to edit. I still have to work. So, Dexter's been a good show, right? It's just been about if we can love a serial killer or not. If we can empathize with the serial killer or not. Is essentially what the show has been.
Turns out you can.
Yeah. Turns out you can. And they've done it very gracefully and very tastefully. Nowhere in the first 8 seasons was it ever a political statement in the show. It wasn't, we're gonna put all of our woke points into media and see if we're acceptable to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not a show that's supposed to be about making political stands at all.
Yeah. And it seems like they brought the show back for a check and cool points, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
Because it's been pretty shit so far.
It really has. Less on the like political side, but I really am not a fan of what they're doing with Deb. at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it. If this was their plan, they shouldn't have brought Deb back at all. They should have made Hannah the dark passenger, especially because, spoiler
Or
alert,
his fucking dad.
or kept Harry. But like, they ended up killing Hannah off anyway.
Yeah.
So why not?
Also, you don't have to say spoiler alert. We already said spoiler alert, so.
They already killed Hannah off, and Hannah had a dark passenger too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you would make Hannah. I feel like they just brought Deb back because everyone was pissed off that they did her dirty.
Yeah.
But I'm
and-
even more pissed now.
Yeah, for sure, because Deb was like the best character. She was like the moral high ground of every situation. She was kind of an edgy bitch, but also she was great.
Yeah.
And now they've just made her an absolute cunt. And it's not necessarily her
Yeah.
or her fault because she's dead. So we're seeing her through Dexter's subconscious. So the reason she's so angry is because he's angry at himself and he hates himself. So I get that, but so far it hasn't been any really good moments with Deb. It's just been nothing but I fucking hate you. You're like, why bring her back just to make us all hate her?
There haven't even been like really nice, meaningful Deb flashbacks.
No, there hasn't.
Like,
they brought Harrison, and of course I fucking called it. Harrison is fucking either a serial killer or damn close.
yeah.
Because he fucking provoked that kid just to stab him or whatever.
Which, I mean, okay, so they had the whole storyline of him doing all this, like that one kid that he stabbed, having his kill list or whatever. But they never explained how Harrison knew that he was going to have all of that in his bag, ready to go that day in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, it felt like they threw him in as just like a plot device so that Harrison had his first, like, experience.
Yeah. It just feels very lazy and rushed.
Mhm.
It feels like they wanted to do a lot more show, but they only signed on to do one more season. So now they're trying to cram everything that's happened since season 8 because the show doesn't pick up right after it ended. It's been like 10 years since Dexter ended. And in real life, it's been 9. So it feels like they're just trying to cram a lot of shit into one season.
Because not only did they only sign up for one season, but I'm pretty sure there's only going to be 8 episodes. Whereas in previous seasons, there's, I think, like 20, 22 episodes.
Yeah.
So they're like, and they're still like the normal length episodes, but still, it's 8 episodes.
Yeah, it just feels so lazy. And the story's not really that compelling at all.
It's very
And
predictable.
It's very predictable. We've called every second of it as it's going. And to top that all off, it has just that really tired undertone to it. Like, it starts off with, oh, because he's in like Alaska or some fucking snowy place. And
some snowy, like, lumberjack.
yeah. And it starts off like, oh, there's all these missing indigenous women, but nobody gives a shit. And then as it goes on, there's like this reporter that comes on and is like, oh, well, of course we're all here because this is
a white
cisgendered male.
rich male.
Yeah. So of course we're all looking for him. And it's like, ew.
Like,
Dexter has never been about any of this kind of shit.
it doesn't belong here. I mean, there's a place for that. If make a whole TV show and make it all about making political stands.
Yeah.
Dexter is not that show. It never has been.
It just feels like everywhere we go, that's what it is. It's always like, we're trying to get cool points, and it's always going to be some like white saviors that are writing these shows. They're like, look, we want to look like we give a shit, but we don't.
Yeah.
We're just going to make it seem like we care by talking about all these things, but we're not actually doing it. Like,
if you're gonna do it, at least do it in a way that is meaningful and like actually gets across what needs to be done. Don't just word salad a bunch of it together and be like, oh yeah, we're here, we support these things, or we're doing these things, so love us.
Yeah.
Like,
it just feels so forced.
Yeah.
It just feels forced.
On top of everything else that they're doing with the show, like, I fell asleep watching 2 of the episodes because they were so slow. Like, I swear 2 of the episodes, a good portion of them is just like Harrison and Dexter sitting in the kitchen staring at each other.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, I don't know, man. I was so excited for the new season of Dexter to come out.
I was too.
And as soon as I heard them coming out with all this other dumb shit, I was just like, oh my god, here we go.
I'm probably gonna keep watching it until the end because I want to see what happens. Like, it's Dexter. It's the final season of Dexter. But it's not going to be, it's definitely not going to be, like, when I rewatch the show, I'm not going to be rewatching New Blood.
It's going to end the way that it ended eight years ago.
It's going to end 30 minutes before.
Yeah. Yeah. I might finish it. I don't know. I'm undecided. I really don't have any urge to finish it now. Just because it's been nauseating up until this point, and I can only imagine, like, there's going to be all these different buzzwords used in it and all these other just, like, token characters to prance around.
Yeah. I want to know what they're going to do to Dexter. Are they going to kill him, or are they going to send him to prison? Because it's going to be one of the two.
Yeah.
There's no way that the show is going to end with Dexter alive, not in prison.
Yeah. He's either going to die or in prison.
And Harrison's going to be right there.
Yeah. So, we'll see how that goes.
That's what, like, I want to see that. I feel like I can get away with just watching the last episode and being like, alright.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it was going to go one of two ways. So, we'll see. But in even lighter news, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has just started putting out its new season 15, and I'm fucking pumped.
Oh my god, the first episode.
Yeah.
I'm fucking forced out.
The first, I'm not going to spoil any of it for you guys. If you like Sunny, go watch it because it is so good. Their last season 14 was a little bit stale. It was missing something to it. I still watched it and I still love Sunny. It's my favorite show of all time. But it was just missing the spirit of Sunny. And in the first 2 episodes of season 15, it's back. It's here and they're ready to fucking play, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. So they released the first 2 episodes already, and then the next episode is coming out on the 8th.
Yeah, so I am so excited because the gang is back.
The gang is back.
And oh boy, are they back.
we watch Sunny, like, normally we'll watch like 3 or 4 movies a night at the shop. We watch Sunny all night tonight.
Yeah, and my client was laughing his ass off at every fucking thing. It was so good.
Because Sunny's amazing.
Yeah.
Cats are magical.
Cats are magical. Yeah, so I'm super excited that it's fucking Christmas. It's that time of year. As you can see, we're back where I don't think we're supposed to be recording. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed that cop drive by right now, but we were just like,
It's the second cop that's driven by since we've been recording.
And one of the times we had recorded here previously last year, they had stopped and we were like, what are you guys doing? And we were like, you know, I think we told this on earlier podcast, but I'll say it again.
Yeah.
We was like, oh, you know, we do a podcast. And they're like, oh, what's it called? And we were like, Joke Castle. And then one of the cops was like, oh, you tell a lot of jokes.
We're just like, no, we're just stupid.
So we'll see. We'll see if anybody comes by and stops us. We opened up a conversation on TikTok about who the greatest comedians of all time were.
We did.
And what the best 1 hour in all of comedy is. I don't know that I know how to answer what the best 1 hour of comedy is because there's so many good ones, right?
You'd have to, like, cherry pick from
different eras.
Yeah.
Right?
There's no one person with 1 hour that's just the greatest.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's fucking Richard Pryor live at the Sunstrip is phenomenal. Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious. Both of them are, I can't pick one over the other. I think I watch Raw a little bit more than Delirious. But let's say if I watch Delirious, you know, 6 times a year, I'll watch Raw maybe 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's whenever he's talking about his dad being drunk at the fucking barbecue.
Yep.
That is the greatest shit.
Which the one at the end where he's talking about the rules that his dad gave his mom. It's
I'm
like,
pretty sure it was Raw.
Raw?
It's
Yeah.
all Lillian.
Lillian.
And then
There's
whenever,
a fire.
well, the part at the end that he was talking about was whenever his dad grew up poor and they had to eat the toys that his dad brought home from the toy factory. That shit is so funny. He's like, which one of you motherfuckers ate a whole game of Monopoly? I ate it. I ate it, Eddie. I ate those 2 motherfuckers at the beginning. Boardwalk Empire, I ate them all. Yo, Buddy is going off on there and it's so funny.
I want to watch that tonight.
Right? So yeah, those are great. But then even like Kevin Hart, let me explain. Fucking, I'ma rip it off.
I got 2 dicks now.
That shit is phenomenal. Patrice O'Neal, Elephant in the Room. Fucking take your choice of Bill Burr.
Yeah,
You know what I
fucking
mean?
Annie Bill.
Annie
Same
Bill
with Tom
Burr.
Segura.
Todd Segura is great.
Brent Crystals.
Brent Crystal. Now, I will say, The Machine is way better than Secret Time.
See, I like the Machine story better than, like, the single Machine story better than the Secret Times. But as a collective whole, I like the Secret Times stand-up more.
I didn't think Secret Time was that great. I'll still watch it every now and then, but
But
Yeah.
out of all 3, I like Hey Big Boy the best. The Machine story is still my favorite.
Yeah.
But of the 3 as a whole, Hey Big Boy.
I
There's
think
new
this is a
motherfucker
conversation we
in
can
town.
have. The Machine is the greatest story ever told. I don't think I've ever heard a greater story than The Machine by Bert Kreischer. If you guys haven't heard, because the name of the stand-up is called The Machine, but the reason it's called that is because the story he tells at the end, that's a true story.
Mhm.
It really, he's not adding extra shit into it. It really happened that way. There's been testimonials from kids who went to college with him who were like, yeah, man, he fucking robbed us with the Russian mob. Like, it's the greatest story I think I've ever heard in my
It's
life.
pretty fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle, now, Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest of all time.
Oh,
I would
absolutely.
say he's top 4 for sure. What I will say is I don't think his new collection of work is his greatest. Because I feel like he was able to take a lot of very hot button issues and make it funny, which is basically what comedy is for. That's what comedy is all about. But if we're talking Chappelle, I think Killing Him Softly is a funnier bit of work if we're just talking about comedy. Now, I'm not talking about political, or I'm not talking about how important it is for the
Just pure
culture.
comedy.
If we're just talking about ha-has and hee-hees, I think Killing Him Softly is his best bit of work.
I feel like his newer stand-ups aren't so much like Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor. They're
Yeah.
more like he's having a conversation
Mm-hmm.
and throwing jokes in.
That's
And
exactly what
I
it is.
stole those words from you because that's how you described it. I'm gonna give you credit.
I forgot saying that.
Damn it, I could have stolen that.
I forgot I said it. I was like, damn, you're making sense right now.
God damn it.
Yeah, I completely agree with what I guess I previously said.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But like, even what was it, Sticks and Stones?
Mhm.
Even that one, because I still haven't seen The Closer. But
You
Sticks-
still haven't seen The Closer?
you know.
That's what you're gonna watch. Go home and watch that, dude.
Okay.
We've talked about it so much, and it's
I
important
know,
that
I
you at
keep
least know what
meaning
you're
to.
talking about.
I keep meaning to watch it, I just keep forgetting. But Sticks and Stones, I think that's the one where he's in like a jumpsuit.
Mhm.
Yeah. That one even is just like he's like talking.
Yeah.
With a couple jokes done in it. It's not just like joke, 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 joke.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he's gotten to the point where he knows he's the GOAT, so he doesn't have to rely on just making you laugh the whole time, because you're going to pay and listen to what he has to say anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and listen to what you have to say, whether you're making me laugh or not.
Yeah. The Closer, I think, was really important. I think it was really good because it was a very important side of this coin. A lot of people, I can't remember if we talked about The Closer in one of our podcasts.
I think we
or not.
did.
But just to kind of button up one last point on it, I don't know if I already got to it or not, but there's this very intolerant group screaming about tolerance and it's a bit hypocritical. You know what I mean? And Chappelle kind of spearheads what everybody else who's not in that group feels. So, if that's how we feel, stop shitting on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're accepting you, you accept us, let's all move on, kumbaya. We're all copacetic. You know what I mean? There's a lot of K words, but we got there.
We got there. Yeah.
Also, somebody's gonna roast me like, that word's not spelled with a K, you idiot.
I'm not gonna roast you. I've never even heard that word, so.
You ever heard copacetic? Anyways, as you were gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too much of the hypocritical intolerance shit going on right now. Like, let's everyone
With
just,
everything.
Like, yeah, with everything. Let's everyone just like sit the fuck down for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah. I think, I don't remember where I heard it. I think we heard it on Sunny. It's this whole generation that has been 260 characters from being retweeted and becoming stars for their hot takes that feel like their opinion is so important, and everybody's living in an echo chamber to try and get these cool points to be like, well, I agree with you, so I'm cool, right? Like me. But then if push comes to shove, like, let's say I seen Millennial Spike Lee on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
He's this black gentleman who's very gay, who is dope as shit, and has
awesome.
the coolest conversations. He brings up all of the stuff that we've ever talked about, but with way more elegance and way more intelligence than we could ever possess.
I believe in dream of possessing.
Yeah. And he was a hardcore liberal who's now a conservative, which we've already given you our opinions on this. I'm fucking neither. I'm independent. But he has said on multiple occasions that what made him not be a liberal no more and be tired of like this SJW movement is anytime there was like an ally, which is also another buzzword, but anytime there was an ally and he'd be like, okay, well, you need to kind of stay in your lane right now. He's said on multiple occasions that white liberals are some of the most racist people because they'll be like, oh, well, no, you actually don't know what you're talking about. You're being oppressed, and like be just like belittling these communities and like telling them like, well, you just don't understand how oppressed you are. And like
no,
all this nonsense is like, dude, are you really telling another person, a gay black man,
how oppressed he is?
like, what the fuck are you
It's
doing?
like, no, listen, honey, you're so much more oppressed than you think you are. Let me list you reasons.
Yeah.
Just a mile-long scroll.
He's like, I didn't know that.
Like, oh, shit, I didn't know I had all these problems.
So it's crazy because I feel like most of the people, that's pretty fucking accurate. Most of the people I've met that are like that are like, yeah, I'm on your side until you give me pushback, and then I'm going to show you who I really am.
That and just people trying to be oppressed for other people.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I think you didn't say offended for other people, right?
Yeah. I said oppressed, but I definitely meant offended.
Yeah. I know where your spirit's at. So we've said it multiple times, but if we can all just fucking take a chill pill, y'all, and all of our regulars are like, dude, we've been chilling, like, we're on your side.
Our regulars are like, calm down.
But for any of the new people, this is what it is, you know? Tired of all the bullshit. Tired of all these manufactured problems. You know, everybody's just trying to be, we're all in the oppression Olympics, and it's exhausting. Just stop.
So just stop, you know? It's too much.
It's too much. But I am, dude, I'm almost pissing myself for how excited I am for Sunny. I got so pumped. And as soon as I seen it was out, I binge watched the first episode while I was doing other shit. Like, I was on the way home and setting up. You binge watched
a single episode?
Like, I didn't take any like, dude, I was in it while I'm setting up all the shit for our live stream, everything. I was finishing that whole first episode while doing all that shit. Like, I was not breaking any focus. I was like, all right, Sunny, you got my full undivided attention. Because Sunny's my favorite show, man. And I'm so proud of them. That show started with basically no fucking budget and a camcorder. Now they're on a major network going on their 15th season, And it's rumored that they signed on for a total of 20 seasons.
Thank you, Danny DeVito, also.
Yeah. Without Danny DeVito, that show would have never seen past season 2.
Shout out to you, Danny.
Yeah, because he came on season 2.
My
So,
boy.
good old Frank Reynolds, man. Dude's an animal.
He's an animal.
Yeah. I'm fucking super excited to see where the show goes, because from what I've seen by the previews and shit, it is so great.
So, along with wild, crazy things, that story that your client told, Florida.
Yeah, so apparently this fucking story happened in 2016 and we just never heard about it. But I'm tattooing my fucking client who's from Florida, and I was like, oh damn, every time I find out somebody's from Florida, I'm like, you know you guys have all the craziest people in America, right? She's like, oh yeah. And she fucking tells us the story about this man who was very mad at a Wendy's employee and threw a fucking crocodile
A baby crocodile.
through the window at the fucking drive-thru attendant.
Now, I need to clarify this information because for some reason it needed to be clarified for me. When we say baby crocodile, don't mean like the little, like the babies. No, this bitch was fucking 3 feet long.
Yeah.
He had a 3-foot-long crocodile.
Just with him. Just with him.
What was he planning to do if not throw it at the Wendy's?
Well, what the
workers?
story had said was that he had found it and was planning on like rescuing it or something. But apparently he was like, I've had enough of this fuckery, and just yeets a fucking murder cannon at a Wendy's drive. Like, they don't get paid enough for that.
He's like, fuck this crocodile and fuck you.
And that crocodile's like, bro, we were just chilling. You know what I mean?
I thought we were friends.
You know that crocodile went back to all his friends like, dude, you don't even understand, bro. I was flying. Like, you see up there, I was up there for a couple of seconds. And they're like, whatever, Jimmy. There you go with your bullshit. He's like, y'all don't even understand.
It's like, have y'all they have these things called fries.
Have y'all ever had that? I know you guys want to bite on some people, but bro, fries will change your life. Bro, you know how mad you gotta be to throw a crocodile at somebody?
Dude, because also, they're not light. Like, this wasn't like a 40-pound crocodile, my guy. It was probably a solid, like, at least, you know, 80 pounds, I'd say. I don't know crocodile weights. I'm not a mathematician. But, like, it's not light. And, like, did he have to, was he short? Was he sitting close to the steering wheel? Did he have to adjust
Yeah,
his
did
seat
he do
back
it,
to
like,
the-
up and over? Did he open the door and was like, alright, bitch,
And
like,
was the
overhand?
crocodile in the passenger seat?
Did
or
it
was
try
in the
biting
back?
him, or were they, like, just chilling the whole time?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, buddy, how you doing? Alright, now we're gonna go for this.
And like, yeah, was it like soft jams in the car? Or were they,
Right?
like,
And the crocodile's like, I can get, you're a real cool dude, man.
I should fuck with
And then mid-air, he's like, you're not cool, bro. I take it back. Ow.
you were cool. Ow.
And then you just see the fucking crocodile. Like, there's a picture of the crocodile where he's just chilling in the corner like, man, fuck that guy. Like, he's all mad. Rightfully so. He was just thrown through the air.
I'd be mad too.
He had just done
Like,
something that
just
no other
flew.
crocodile had ever done. I promise you, there's no crocodile in the history of crocodiles who have ever flown. He's the only
At
one.
the very least, not through a Wendy's drive.
Oh, for sure not. For sure not. That's more of an Arby's thing. You know what I mean? They got
like
the
a
meats.
Long John Silver.
Dude, fuck Long Johns, bro. Fuck Long John Silver's, dog. If you
No
eat
one
there, there are
eats there.
better days ahead.
No one eats it.
No, it turns out there's more people that eat there than we initially thought. I've never driven by a busy Long John's.
I've never seen a
Chingon,
single-
he fucking eats there. There have been several people in the comments of that video we made that were like, oh, meanwhile I'm eating Long John Silver's. Like, what are the chances you come across this video while eating that garbage freezer food? You know what I mean? Like, you know that they go to their local Walmart and like, fuck man, we gotta keep it looking like we serve food here. What do they got? Fish sticks. I bought something.
Fish sticks.
Like, the only good thing there are hush puppies. The only good thing are hush puppies. Other than that, fuck your mother. You know what I
Fuck
mean?
your mother.
Fuck Long John Silver's, dog. That place is a fucking drug front. That place.
Absolutely.
There's no way it's not a front.
There's no fucking way you can sit here and prove to me that Long John Silver's as a whole is not a fucking drug front. Because tell me a time you've ever seen a Long John Silver's with more than 4 cars in the parking lot and drive-through, like, combined.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Tell me when the last time you were like, you know what I really want? Long John Silver's, bro. There's nobody that's ever like, I really want some seafood. Oh, well, there's Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
Bro, that's my favorite place. I've always wanted to eat there.
That's like going to a gas station for sushi.
Yeah, you just don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, that place smells like dick. It's not good. I don't want to eat there. You know what I mean? You go inside and it just smells like the sorority who forgot about washing. It's not great.
It smells like an 18 and up club. Kidding, I can't say that. I've never been to one, but I thought it would work.
Yeah, it works. It goes down in the DM. Yo, them bitches are raunchy. Hey, if you work at 18 and up strip club, you know you're raunchy. Get your life together. So anyways, I gotta go do Elf on the Shelf, everybody. It's that time here again. So if you guys want to see, I know in one of our previous episodes around Christmas, I had shown you guys a couple pictures of the Elf on the Shelf stuff that I had done. So if you want to see that again this year, I'm planning on doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. So let me know.
It's always super cool.
Yeah, I made Miss Snow really mad because I painted over, there's this mural I've been doing on this bookcase, and I painted over part of it like the elves did it and said, be good. And as soon as I told her, she was like, you did what? And she freaked out that I painted over.
Did she give you the face that I'm giving you right now? Are you fucking kidding me?
She was very mad.
We about to have a discussion.
Everybody's been very mad that I did it, but like, 1, I fucking painted the thing, and 2, I can fix anything I fuck up.
Yes, but if left up to you, you would burn everything you paint, so the decision really isn't yours.
Anyways, y'all, let me know if you guys want to see that. Anyways, it's been another great one. I love you guys with all my heart, and we'll be seeing you in the next one, alright? Yeah, you say things.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Hasta la pasta, y'all.
I love y'all.